Monsieur le chancelier, chers amis, pour vous tous et toutes qui êtes ici aujourd'hui, cette journée marque un jalon important de votre vie. En mon nom personnel, mais aussi au nom des professeurs et du personnel de notre faculté qui vous ont côtoyé tout au long de votre parcours, je vous présente nos plus sincères félicitations. Consciente que les années passées en nos murs apportent davantage que la reconnaissance du diplôme qui est décerné aujourd'hui, il est de mise que nous invitions à témoigner une finissante issue d'un de nos programmes. It is with an immense pleasure that I would like to introduce to you today Madame Ekaete Francis Asuquo, who is graduating from the doctoral program in nursing sciences, and which I congratulate very highly. D'un dynamisme et d'une volonté extraordinaire, Madame Asuquo a su concilier son rôle de mère de 6 enfants et de futurs chercheurs pour contribuer à l'avancement de la recherche sur le VIH au Nigeria en vue de l'élaboration du politique en contexte de transmission mère-enfant. Her dedication and her achievement that we celebrate today make her a very appropriate valedictorian for today's graduating class. Please join me in joining her here.
A valedictory speech by Dr. Ekaete Francis Asuquo during the convocation ceremony of the University of Ottawa held on the 17th of June 2016 at the National Art Theatre, Ottawa, Canada. Good afternoon, the Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon, the Chancellor, President, Vice President, Associate Vice President, Deans of Faculties, Directors of Institutes, Professors of University of Ottawa, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it an honor and privilege to address this convocation, especially my graduating class, who have successfully made it to this keystone of their educational journey. I acknowledge the fact that the entire PhD expedition has not been a solitary trip. Hence, on behalf of myself and the graduate of 2016, I wish to thank and appreciate family members, and especially my precious husband, Professor Francis Asuquo, who has been a strong pillar by my side throughout this journey. I also want to thank and appreciate the chair of the Board of Governors, the Chancellor, the President, the Vice President, Associate Vice President, Deans and Professors, faculty members, alumni, and friends who have supported this journey intellectually, financially, emotionally, and spiritually to a successful end. I would also seize this opportunity to thank the International Office that went an extra mile to facilitate the process of adjustment to accommodate international students in Canada. I count it a privilege to be one of the beneficiaries of the University of Ottawa innovative approach to student learning. I was able to participate in classroom discussion and professional development webinar during my data collection stage in Nigeria, thousands of kilometers across the Atlantic. This is one of the many conducive learning environments that the University of Ottawa has created for people of all nationalities. Bravo, fellow graduates. Today marks the end of one chapter in our lives and the beginning of another. I would liken this to the New Testament version of our ascent on earth. This new chapter of our life has already taken form or pattern to some of us, but to some it is filled with uncertainties. It may also represent delineation from support buffers. But whatever your situation may be, consider this a period of generativity to contribute meaningfully to our various organizations and society as a whole. Make this a period to think and reflect on how we can be of benefit to others, and not how we can benefit from others. I will borrow the words of Mahalia Jackson, who said, "If I can just help someone, then my living will not be in vain." Fellow graduates, you and I owe a great deal to Canada and our individual countries and the entire global village to use the knowledge and skills gained over the past few years to make a mark in this world. The last 3 years or more years have been a developmental period, and today I can proudly say that the University of Ottawa has transformed me as an individual, and hopefully you, into agents of change for the world, including Nigeria, my beloved country. We shall become leaders who can confront global issues, and especially in the healthcare system, a system that is real and dear to me. Those of us in the healthcare system are expected to use scientific evidence to inform policy and healthcare practices. Today, we are conferred with degrees of the University of Ottawa, a signet to be agents of change in our respective fields, to eliminate all paradigms that hinder global development, to replace all innate ways with new ways of thinking and a vision that aligns better with the contemporary society like ours. Class of 2016, this is our new order of business, our responsibility, and I believe we are up to the task. In the words of Niccolo Machiavelli, I will say, there is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, and more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. Colleagues, yes, we can take the lead and take the bull by the horns as we reach to the stars in terms of bringing about desired changes in the world around us, one organization, one community at a time. I can't wait myself to return back to my work in the University of Calabar in Nigeria to apply some of the lessons learned here. I am glad to have great mentors like Professor Josephine Etowa and others who will be useful resources for the international projects ahead. The essence of our university education is to empower graduates with knowledge and skills. As agents of change, we have been molded to bring about transformation and innovation in line with societal expectations. Colleagues, as you put on your new attire and leadership hat, you will soon discover that you are one of the few people who ask pertinent questions and seek answers to important questions of life. However, you must not be discouraged or stop asking those critical questions, because if you stop to question or stop to seek answers to the question plaguing our global village today, you may lose your essence as masters of change. In other words, you would become a servant to change. Once again, congratulations to you, my fellow graduates. We, the University of Ottawa class of 2016, will strive to keep the flag flying higher. As great alumni and ambassadors of the University of Ottawa, we will push the boundaries of leadership for change to make the difference wherever we find ourselves in this global village. Thank you, and may God bless you all.